we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Gamecocks about to kick it away and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. On the run is Hemby. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Busted from behind his pad. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
After that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Brown. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
To the air, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He unleashes a long one. Into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese. And I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He fires one deep down the right side.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
There's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 38. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
He's loose. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, Indiana 0.
First play of the period, 1st down here. To the air on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. A methodical drive, and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisville rolled to victory, and how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson, so to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
They'll go with a direct snap. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And the Gamecocks will hustle for the line. To throw, it's Sellers. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Powers through. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
I would love to see her tell you that was the greatest play call ever. The offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Slams it ahead. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job on this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And it's like the defense knew on 3rd and goal. They're not a tackle in the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after it, fly upfield, make the tackle, and now it's decision time. 4th and goal. What you going to do, offense?
Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw it again from their own end zone. Got it in the middle. It's Hemby. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, don't make those contested.
Lots of running room. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Catch in the middle. It's Cooper. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. He's moving out of the pocket. Swings it out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Throws toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. They'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Corner's going to give them room. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Niggas are stream watching? Is that what I'm saying right now?
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Gamecocks with the first and 10. Toss to the outside. Hard running there. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Here's the heat. Hit as he
Ew.
throws.
Ew.
Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Ew.
They take the lead with the 6.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ball State looked less like a flock of Cardinals and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in Muncie, and today they found a way outside of Schumann Stadium. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Finally corralled, and now before he picks up the first down. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
It's caught downfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They're down to the 20, first and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback extends the play. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the back. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Gets it out quickly. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Rushes on him. Fires to the wideout. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And the Gamecocks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab right down the middle. They'll get him out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and that is just what the doctor ordered for this offense. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Under fire. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes a grab down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Number 9.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick handoff. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Ball down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Leaves it with the running back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. The corners are walked up tight. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina 24, Indiana 21.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Corners are going to bail. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Got him downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
So now it's second and long. Here's the handoff. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I tell you what, I love having a quarterback that trusts himself, that knows in a big situation in the 4th quarter he can take off and still take care of the football, get a big first down, continue to put this offense in a good position to succeed.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. A full dive to haul that one in.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants it all. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years. But
ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense.
They didn't give me that fumble, I would have quit.
I love those smashes.
I wouldn't have cared. I would have took a weak one out.
Such a big lift.
About to lose my fucking mind.
Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the tight end. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Akron came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside Infocision Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Shoots it to the left.
What the
right
fuck, bro?
downfield. That defense got gas,
This
but
I
they
found this
finally
game
get
so
him to the turf at the 47.
God,
And the
how was that
Hoosiers
not
headed quickly to the line.
my better question?
Wants to throw on first down. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it at the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Now from inside the red zone. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. From the gun, the running back has it. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? To the ground. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over. First and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He might want another play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going up top here late in the game. Makes the catch on the left. All the way down to the 24-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to get it out of your own territory. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside a shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Uncorks it. Hauls it in. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. He's got it. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gamecocks enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll try it over the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
You got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for a loss. Now you've got 4th and California.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The kick is on its way. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.